Hey everyone, welcome back to the Working Dirt channel. Today we're going to get jacked. Well, not us, but we're going to jack up this toy hauler right behind us. And this thing is not light or small. It's got 8-foot ceilings, 2 pop outs, and it's just a huge toy hauler. But we need access to better maintenance the underneath, and more importantly, we need to pull out the basement AC unit it has. You cannot access it except from underneath, or you can cut up the floor, but we're gonna go from underneath for now. So we have some Harbor Freight, yes, Harbor Freight 12-ton jack stands, and they're hydraulic jacks with pneumatic controls. So we have our air compressor here, and we're gonna see if my plan is a success. So stay around and do not try this at home. Now, because this toy hauler is very heavy and very big, as you can see, the plan is to retract the slide outs, make them go in, and then it has 2 jacks in the front that are electronically controlled. So I'm going to do this in a series of lifts. Essentially, we're going to use the front jacks to lift up a little bit, and then I'm going to use these hydraulic jacks right behind the wheels here and lift that up a little bit. And then once I lift it up, I'm going to slide in a couple jack stands, and then I'm going to put some jacks underneath the middle section here and lift that up a little bit. So essentially we're going to go back to front to back to front in a series of lifts, because you don't want to overstress the frame. You want to lift it level, or plumb I should say, and keep it level, and that way you're not putting too much stress right in the middle, causing it to want to crack or you name it. So haven't done this before, but I've messed with other random projects. We're gonna see if these jacks work out. And some of you might be thinking, why don't you just pull it up on a ramp? Well, you have to make that ramp, or you need to pile up the dirt. But if you make a pile of dirt or blocks, that impedes on your room that you have to work underneath. So I want the slimmest support to lift it up. And right now I don't have a truck with a 5th wheel to move it. I have a truck on order that will hopefully be here in a few months that will be able to move it, but for the time being we're going to just jack it up. Another jack that this toy hauler has, which is pretty cool, is these, I think they're made from a company called Titan or Rhino Jack or something. They're vertical hydraulic jacks that are usually on campers for the back of trucks, because they have a very tall reach. So what it is you got a jack handle right here. Well, you got to loosen the compression right here, and then you can pump this like that. Oops, I don't want to pump it while I have that. This is a little safety cable that keeps the leg from falling. But you move this, release this now, and then let's see if I can bring it up. Well, I'll loosen that, but that can drop to the ground, and then you lift up, you know, just stabilizing the rig. You don't want to lift the whole rig with it. They're good for about 2,000 pounds depending on which unit you get. So I'm going to also utilize that for a little extra support as we go along lifting this. Okay, we're behind the tires right now, and I scraped out the wood chips. If this was a permanent residence for 10 years, then we want to get rid of the topsoil too, but it's not the case. This will help spread the load. It won't sink that much. So we're gonna use this right here, and we're gonna get under the frame rail right there, but I'm gonna jack it from behind right here, and then when it's high enough, then I'll set the jack stand here. And just to let you guys know, we have one right on passenger. Right, Tara?
Right along.
Hey, buckle up. It's gonna be a fast ride.
It's real. It's gonna take off real quick, huh?
Couple centimeters per hour.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay, I got the hydraulic jacks in the back, about to lift, and I have a level that's magnetized to the frame right there, which will let me know it's level. And I also have my Milwaukee laser level, and I can bring out the rotary laser level. I had an idea to make sure that all 4 corners are level when it's all said and done, which I still might do, because all these trailers, you guys might know too, when you park an RV at a campsite or whatever, sometimes your door is hard to shut, and that's because as good as you thought you got your RV level, it has a slight twist in it, which doesn't allow your doors to shut. But nonetheless, like I said, we want to lift this in level increments. Ain't this exciting, Tara? All right, just making sure you're on my page. Not every day you get to lift an RV. Okay, trying to get adjusted here. Let's see. We'll get it tight first, make sure it's center. Here should be good. All right, let's go some more. And then we'll check for levelness here. Here we go. All right, that's working pretty good. Doesn't that sound cool though? Okay. There we go. Now, if I only had a way to release both at the same time, that'd be nice, but I don't think I do. And you don't want to put too much load in one area. The wheels are still touching the ground, which is good because they'll help spread some weight. Okay, I know what you guys are waiting for, the release point, right? Well, it's just gonna be like any other one, I hope. You just slowly release this screw. They both about have a 1/4 inch of gap, so it'll sit right on top of here. And these are both evenly placed, nice and parallel, because I'm aligned with this beam, whatever's in the center here. So yeah, we look good. I have that cracked. I'm gonna go do the other one now because it's very slow. It's going very slow, which I like. All right, so see, this is what we have to work with in the back. There's like screws and stuff, but it's actually pretty dang level considering, so I'm good with that. Okay, it's only been an hour so far, so it's not too bad, but it's getting dark, so we gotta hurry up. I got my helper here. Tara's gonna help me lift with her amazing arms. Oh, and mosquitoes. Okay, so I have the jack staged towards the center, and I'm going to actuate those, and as soon as they go up, I'm gonna have her use the front jacks, and we all know those aren't as strong as my 12-ton jacks, so I'm gonna have her listen. As soon as I lift mine, she's gonna lift hers, because mine will do a majority of the lifting. And then I'll stop, evaluate, and we'll do a couple different times. I want to get it a couple inches up in the front so I can get my jack stands that are ready to go underneath. And then I think, yeah, 2 to 3 inches, and I'll be good for tonight. Tomorrow we'll come back out and I'll lift the back again and then the front again. And my whole goal is to get it a foot up, because that'll give me enough room to get that basement AC out. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Okay, a new day, new lift. We are ready for our second round of lifting. Okay, and that's how you lift. We're not done yet. I shouldn't celebrate. Okay. Before we put any more stress on these front jacks right here, I wanted to see exactly how they were secured, and I know they could hold a good amount of weight because the trailer is supposed to sit on those and the axles when you're unhooked, and maybe a fifth wheel support if you're staying a long period of time. But looking back here, this is where, let me put the camera back there. So as you can see, the left shiny black part is the jack and the right rusty metal is the frame, and they have a square piece of steel welded to it, and it catches a 1/16 inch piece of metal. It doesn't even look like that much. Way up in there, it's kind of like a shelf for it to sit on. So with that, I don't want to put, like I said, too much weight. So now again, don't try this at home. So we just got done lifting it more. As you can see, it's definitely on a bigger slant, and now I'm going to move those jack stands a little more over here, and then bring the hydraulic jacks back there, lift it up, and that way the weight, when it teeters up, will be on the jack stands. I don't want all the weight being on those stabilizing somewhat hydraulic jacks. They're electronic jacks, but they only can carry so much load. So I want more of the load to be on those 12-ton jack stands. This is the big lift. And I got my jacks all set in place, nice and plumb, eye level, eye plumb pretty much. You get a good, it's one of the benefits of working in the trades long enough, you get to rely on your eyeball. Anyways, we're gonna lift right there, and it'll come off those jack stands right there. And like I was mentioning, this is probably a little more easy to understand now. That will be our fulcrum. It's gonna tip on those. Those are strong and they won't move. And so at the same time while I'm lifting the back, she is going to let those down so it can tilt forward, so we relieve a little pressure on those. You ready, Taraboo?
Should we put the fridge in there, or should we be fine?
We should put blocks in front of the wheels. When we did one lift, we forgot the one thing that's kind of loose in there is a shop vac, which we thought it slid to the back, but it was actually our fridge on a dolly and went kaboom to the back. Not good. Yeah, use those, that'd be perfect. How's that looking? I think it looks pretty good. I think the back just needs to come up a hair. I'll give you guys a taste of our normal maintenance procedures here on the campgrounds. Sometimes we have to flip the grass, which means you got to take that real turf right there and flip it so that nothing gets on it. And Nikon's not helping you.
Still stays nice for the next set of campers.
Yeah, and like leaves and stuff don't degrade and decompose on it and nastiness. Yeah. Okay, last lift. Somewhat of an action shot, right? We got a dog in our face. Hey, come here, you want to get pet? Yeah, buddy. Yeah, okay. All right, how'd it feel to lift 16,000, well, half of that, 8,000 pounds?
Yeah, I did my finger warm up, so I'm okay.
Yeah? Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna see how level we are.
You got your handled or no?
Yeah.
I had a really tough job. It had involved my 2 index fingers, so I had to be like, do my finger
So
workouts.
it lift like 0.01 pounds of the toggle switch. Okay, so that's where that is. So let's go over here and see if we're up or down. It says, all right, so we need to go up an inch. That's what it's saying. See, when I go down, it's saying you need to go up that triangle, which is approximately an inch. So once I get here, see if I go above. That's where I need to be. Yeah,
Oh,
see if I go too high, it says, go down, idiot.
Uh-huh.
All right, so we're gonna go up 1 more inch. I'm pretty stoked. We are level. Let's see left to right though. We got this bubble. I gotta make the, oh, look at that bubble. That is level left to right. It would be awesome if I owned 8 of those pneumatic 12-ton jacks, but I don't. So I'm going around making sure everything is legit. I'm gonna turn the jacks sideways like this, perpendicular to the I-beams, and I'm putting a little shim in there to transfer the load from the center web here down the center of this. Well, I'm pretty happy with the outcome. I never lifted a 40-foot toy hauler before, but I've lifted some other random things, and I'm happy the way it is. I'm probably gonna buy a couple more jack stands. I put a 4x4 in front to hold the 5th wheel, and I know they sell those jack stands, but again, I have wood, why not use it? I braced it and then put a little load on it, so now it's pretty well supported. And again, the 2 main reasons why we did this is because we wanted maintenance ability, and we want to get the AC out of the bottom. I didn't have enough room to pull it out from the bottom. Now I do, but now we can spray for rodents, and I might have to do a little welding to some outriggers. for another repair. I don't know if I'll record that and make it a video, but we are set. So thanks for watching, and if you guys have any comments on lifting a toy hauler, let me know, because, or an RV, anything big, as far as how to use cribbing or faster things, faster methods. Again, all I had was, you know, I had a budget, of course, and I had two 12-ton jacks that were good, but ultimately I would like to have 8 jacks, so on a 8-way manifold, so I can control everything kind of simultaneously. But I'm not gonna turn this into a day job. So anyways, I'd love advice. Thanks for watching. Comment, like, subscribe, all that good stuff. Later. And don't worry, I'm going to put some tie downs off the corner and maybe the front pin, so that if we ever get any gale force tornado winds, we don't blow off our jacks. You never want to risk it, because as big as it is and heavy as it is, you don't want to underestimate Mother Nature. But don't even try this at home. Just get your amusement from watching me and go from there. And I'll put a link for some similar 12-ton jacks in case you guys are interested in getting them. It helps the channel out. All right, enough talking. Get back to work.